first leg, goals prevented 1.23. And that was Basane, you can put over say saves brilliant by preventing goals in the day. Now, if I say normal performances, but already Gianluigi Donnarumma DNA. Meaning say 1.23 goals not preventing the first leg against Arsenal. So someone the torneta. He call return leg in the K1-1. And also preventing 0.86, which is closer to an hour and then offer bit Marco 1. That means Kuanya says we say Subia Kebia can more 15 minutes in Rio. Nanka gave me a 1-0 and a 2-0 against us Paris Saint-Germain. So literally we qualify for the Koba fancy. Guardiola mo beha bodo. These two goalkeepers are demonstrating one thing say. The first point of contact in the quality of every single goalkeeper we are seeing your ability to save.
Yeah. And your ball distribution. Your ability to save. And your save percentage 81% for Jan Sommer, 70% for Donnarumma. Show more average ratings. Checking the number of clean sheets they've kept. All in the Champions League. And these two goalkeepers, I am a debt, say, holding on high to adhere the rating every single goalkeeper which he saves. Yamabo Bonne Didi, 3 man, a goalkeeper no team passing from a chile, and a goalkeeper no team money boom, and a goalkeeper no body say, and a Kasasa. Because Guardiola di Bibiaba, Yama goalkeeper started playing French in Famra. And a pass it, and a Janahat pass it at but fancy. The most important aspect of any single goalkeeper is to save. And I am there. Say omumi no. If we are seeing football no, omo prove you be right. Say your first point of contact is to save. And you're not any distribution. Jan Sommer no average 56% distribution rate in terms of passing. Gianluigi Donnarumma or average 60% to 70%. And you baby it will be passes in 100% in the near about 2 shots and in run at so fast one day. And I'm happy for both of them. Say or must stand the tall to keep a certain legacy for themselves and goalkeepers who we are saying. Fast forward, Inter qualify, PSG qualify, but omumi enuni nyina ejia obia want a story a bit me attach it to whatever they want to do. For example, fancy, let's first of all pick Inter Milan. Now, we Simone Inzaghi, you wish to win the Champions League at the end of the day due to the trophies are waiting because waje the Coppa Italia, waje the Scudetto, and even as a player he has dominated. But I think this is the perfect opportunity. Say, Obetru Bibidiagu in history books me say he's stepping out of the shadows of his brother. Every single thing attached to Simone Inzaghi be an ashasi no near reti can say, oh, ni nuane Filippo Inzaghi. On sa brabo timi ni o papa na ama me bo brato homawa. On na mayemo odin o. Etimika sa asumesi banenie. Asumesi banenie. Enya bone so. But you are still living in the shadows of your dad and your mother due to adekodi omoye mom. That was the same thing that was happening with Simone Inzaghi. Because Obi Oshebo ni bibia be kai say in World Cup 2006. There was Simone Inzaghi who won the World Cup. Obiabeka said they played the Champions League between 2005 and 2007. There was Filippo Inzaghi over there. About Champions League final, Wajibi as a player, or share over 300 goals. And they AC Milan. See a bomb within said the number of Champions League or Maje, the number of Scudetto Magia. Nina no, you both Filippo Inzaghi. Yes.
And yes, Simone Inzaghi anyadio. Fancy. In 1998-1999 season, Simone Inzaghi was part of the Lazio team of Moshe Mohobaye, Ebeji the UEFA Super Cup in 1999-2000. Esasuji the Scudetto 3 points ahead of Juventus. As at that time, nani nuya Filippo Inzaghi bo Juventus. Omoji Scudetto. Esasuji the Coppa Italia in 1999-2000. But ni nyina no ji ye ni nyina no. Si e ka se Inzaghi brothers na when ye di ka bo ni din. People. But coach no peja ni mu e de na ba be piem pempenso bi a moving out of the shadows of ne brother ni din no to establish him as a person a bit me discuss on nko as a coach in the shape of Simone Inzaghi. Shade Simone Inzaghi people ni nua ketewa. Omu nyina nyini was San Nicola e Italy. They all started at Piacenza. Omu mienu nyina no mo strikers. As at that time Krapa no mu nyina bo young team no kra na Simone ni na captain.
na ne nua panini nye captain. Now how life came fast for Filippo Inzaghi, no, it needed to take time for Simone Inzaghi to move out of Piacenza. Because as at 1995, na Piacenza abo season bi omo wie no na Filippo Inzaghi a 15 goals in the number of games omo won that particular season. And a Parma best na pay Filippo Inzaghi de ne koye. Maame no wanted to omo mienu na separately. Mariana, omo ne papa Giancarlo Inzaghi. Otete omo mienu nyina abo mu nti we ko team we opese we ko bi we ko team nti omo sase from junior side till 94 95 for omo mienu nyina separate here. Now people moves on to Parma, moves to Juventus, move to AC Milan, dominate, win the World Cup. Wow, sir. Yebenya nua Simone Inzaghi say oche wo Piacenza wan sana be 97 98 mu oba bi no onye opportunity ababebo e de ama Lazio. Ti Lazio no abone bo nyina. Lazio no adi na agro nyina. Ti was starting coaching kwa na me remfi say Marcelo Bielsa from the Lazio side and Simone Inzaghi de bebo. But fancy, you look at what ne brother ne ye doing the playing this or the Gini dia. Simone Inzaghi to make the Champions League as a coach, fancy was stepping totally out of the shadows of ne brother. Abijinam Pempensobia say no obeti me den sense ni buaka say my brother did this, did that, won the Champions League, did that. But as a coach, I've won the Champions League, I've won the Scudetto, and I've won the Coppa Italia. Obia ne kwanya ne shebre faso. Edi ni yedie eba. Ebi asamre ya yetuwe. Unu ya bidi wanim. Wajini di wo baby bebe when your bebre abusua no kra fili se bia wo na awoto no kra no so nim faso. But obia ne kwan e different. The destination may be the same, but obia ne route. Ebi amemefa A, obefa B. But the anima na se ba ko wiase no, ye nyina ba bedu the destination. And that is what the Simone Inzaghi and Filippo Inzaghi omienu nyina ye. Now, even Filippo qualified Pisa to the Italian Serie A. The same Filippo qualified Benevento. So, Inzaghi didn't hear wo. Filippo Inzaghi didn't hear wo Serie B. Beneba coaching no buhani yeboni di. Yeboni nyane di because on the top our di. Now you look at Luis Enrique. But the picture be sende Shadrach. Shadie. So no so the Champions League we are. What tron no be in the stars the amane baba. The last time Neba Bani your opportunity to go to the Champions League final to go and enjoy now Berlin, Germany. 2015. Neba Bana unya bone cancer di free mono. And he talks about her so many times. And not even after the game, no kasafa
Yeah.
Shadie, the entire America saw no so many beautiful story in winning this particular Champions League years. And now he goes back to Germany. This is not in Berlin, but this is Germany, where he created a lot of memories with Nebaban. And Nebaban ebubu ne pa.
Or say Nebana plante the Catalonia flag ewo Germany ho.
Ewo Germany
that
ho.
2015.
That 2015 no.
Or nim say Nebana in ho physically but spiritually.
Nebana beba around.
On a day.
And you wouldn't know what to do on that day. So to imagine the Champions League now, it could change a lot of things for him moving forward, especially with projects now occur fire. Fancy, I didn't bar form. I didn't hurt him. I didn't bar form. It really hurt him. He has the opportunity to repay or make Nedotane proud. The Champions League final in Germany could give us one story about Simone Inzaghi moving out of his brother's shadow in Filippo Inzaghi. And number 2, Luis Enrique say all share ne baba na nimonyam after say the last final na wokobo wa Germany no ne baba no e the Catalonia flag Ecosi Park no so we'll be there. Arsenal for ya Mikel Arteta yampamo no. Mikel Arteta onya de mo chechire no munya abotre
so watch it.
Share fancy enya cha watch it. Football fans nowadays are very impatient. But I didn't say every single football fan is interested when it comes to the discussions about rebuilding. But no man akade e rebuilding who e de ba no, omunya ready to accept that fate and move alongside with it. It ye kase rebuild ya. Football fan bia betima abonten, yin nyina akra betima ba mo ba be di nkomo ni bi because ye di nkomo abonten ni bi. Ye di nkomo ni betima kase rebuild the way there. Ebe kama ye nya adaje ma coach ni betimi ahye. Ye ma no 4 years, ye ma no 3 years. But fancy after 1 season or 2 seasons, our results be bad bia no say hey. Dia na wo kire yi.
Dear na wuchire. But adeba kwa ensure say project ebe successful and any successful no. Ejina how progressive it is. Progressive need to say in terms of results or even in terms of performances. Now you look at Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. In terms of performances, I would say Arsenal are far better than where they found themselves 5 years ago. Only far better. But baby a man for no mobile ebe kuntokwa kakra na ebi a results ho. Na results no kra na fancy. Say this season offer Champions League need differently. No offer league need differently. You can have a proper discussion around the league and the points tally Arsenal. Then we can have another discussion about Champions League. Ni baby Arsenal SC last season. And the baby this season Arsenal baby drew. Because this season is all checking the Champions League now. Arsenal progress you.
Because last season
it was in the quarter final.
Yeah.
Omo progress and omo progress kwa this season omo the likes of Real Madrid omo shebi omo even PSG na nkasa wo fiashe ni 2-0 omo Inter Milan away omo big teams na bi omo trouble the first and second leg of the semi-finals of the Champions League omo consider bebre fancy. So in the Champions League me nkase Mikel Arteta ifilua. I cannot say that. But in the league, I strongly believe say Arsenal manage almost season here because Community League akafu we pan and kemuda ho.
Yeah.
But man manage almost season here kra, which I strongly believe say they did the worst summer transfer business.
Samu.
Yes. Because one team best statistics, na minister Woka was say one team best statistics na who here striker. You want to prove the reason why Arsenal paid 60 million pounds for Kai Havertz into so striker. So person prove it to be as Kai Havertz no deserve so much that amount of money no for him what Chelsea. It's an enemy striker. Gabriel Jesus Mune namo na we akopra na we akoese na Musa.
Raheem
Sterling sign and me mantias here that.
Let be alone in see.
Mikel Merino sign and me mantias here that. Oh yes, let me be very honest with you. I'm not saying Mikel Merino is a bad player.
No, yeah.
Let's see, yeah, you understand that fact. Yeah. I can't say Mikel Merino is a bad player.
But
priorities.
Okay.
Priorities, set your priorities right. Mikel with 40 million euros, you know, Mokofa and then buy. He's a solid player, but priorities, and I felt it was wrong. Because you have Ben White, Udru and Timber, and then Lewis Kelly Munina Beshem. Defenders, and I don't want to have. Because the only difference between Paris Saint-Germain and Arsenal within the two-legged affair, no, you goalkeepers now you go channel. And you go channel sem. And the league no more matches be actually 3 years no, nina you go channel sem. There is every single stage when you want to rebuild a team you get to. I think Arsenal at the stage of near misses. Omunya abotre. But and then Andrew Better, they should look deep into the transfer market. Arteta, your coach there, but I think Andrew Better should look beyond Mikel Arteta in terms of the Arsenal project.
Sending the man Edu joining Nottingham now,
and getting the right play. They should look beyond beyond me because Mikel Arteta, I ran next season best I center back and I made for that because already Arsenal pays be Mendy. As I don't know. Abra obi anim say team a wo boy any place ekuta we know wo hia number 9
I jokers in no money abre
so Andrew Betan fan 9 in si form man ntwema Mikel Arteta kra ana odi nkomo bi kra emesere Mikel Arteta sometimes wanum kasa no ebro wan kasa ba bi a waduru no so
adai
you at the better side say the Champions League na ebon you do this stage you don't play to win. O base game no o be shako enye so o be bobo fefe na wa be bona e bia me be possess ball no ke papa na ma create chances na me ko you play to qualify, you don't play to win.
Okay.
At this stage of the competition in the Champions, you play to qualify.
O bet me win but on
qualify. You play to qualify. So Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid bet me about Atletico be win, Real Madrid be win but you play to qualify. You be call the extra time a couple penalties no also keep stepping up. Also be here you be man now to me qualify. And that was the first time I've seen a Luis Enrique team or adapted to various phases of the game. Luis Enrique adebakwa na on ton twene kura
and the philosophy in terms of possessing. But see there be that. And when there were certain moments in the game, PSG defended
right from the blast of the whistle. First 5, 6, 7 minutes. Equal 8 minutes. One another man.
She come for so managing game no. PSG managing game ni so commitment chance na be for cry.
Oh, Vitinha.